Hey everyone, welcome back to our roadmap series. Today we're diving into one of the most exciting and creative paths in tech, becoming a front-end developer. Now, if you're someone who gets excited about making things look beautiful and functional, this might just be your calling. Front-end development is all about what users see and interact with. You're literally building the face of the internet. And here's the best part. Every single industry needs front-end developers. Whether it's SaaS companies, e-commerce giants, ed-tech platforms, or even the wild world of Web3, they all need someone who can blend logic with creativity and understand how users think. So buckle up, because we're about to map out your journey to becoming a front-end wizard. So what exactly does a front-end developer do? Think of yourself as the bridge between design and reality. You take those beautiful mock-ups from Figma or Sketch and bring them to life as actual websites and apps that people can use. But it's not just about making things pretty. You're focused on the visual layout, how users interact with everything, and making sure the experience is smooth and intuitive. You'll be working closely with designers to understand their vision, with product managers to ensure you're building the right features, and with back-end teams to make sure all the data flows correctly. You're essentially the person who makes the magic happen on the user's screen. Let me tell you why 2025 is an incredible time to be a front-end developer. Every single business out there needs a digital front door, and that's your expertise. We're seeing startups and design-focused companies putting user experience at the absolute center of their strategy. Mobile-first design isn't just a nice-to-have anymore. It's mandatory. And the opportunities? They're everywhere. SaaS companies, fintech, edtech, health tech, Web3, you name it. Now let's talk numbers, because I know that's what you're thinking about. In India, you're looking at 6 to 15 lakhs per annum, and in the US, we're talking $70K to $140,000 and beyond. These aren't just numbers on a screen. These are real salaries that real people are earning right now. All right, let's get into the meat of it. What skills do you actually need? First, the essentials that you absolutely cannot skip: HTML5, CSS3, and JavaScript ES6 and beyond. You need to understand DOM manipulation like the back of your hand, and responsive design is non-negotiable. That means media queries, Flexbox, and CSS Grid. Now for frameworks and libraries. React.js is your best friend here, though Vue.js and Svelte are also solid choices. For more advanced projects, you'll want to learn Next.js or Remix. State management is crucial too. Start with React Context, then move to Redux Toolkit or Zustand. And finally, design systems, Tailwind CSS, Material UI, and Chakra UI will make your life so much easier. Let's talk about your toolkit, the weapons in your arsenal. VS Code is going to be your home base, though Code Sandbox is great for quick prototyping. For design, you'll live in Figma, and sometimes Zeppelin for design handoffs. Git and GitHub are absolutely essential, no exceptions. For testing, Jest and React Testing Library will save you countless headaches. Build tools like Vite and Webpack will speed up your development. And when it comes to deployment, Vercel, Netlify, and GitHub Pages are your best friends. And never underestimate the power of browser dev tools in Chrome and Firefox. They're like having X-ray vision for your code. Let's map out your first 6 months. This is where you build your foundation. And trust me, a strong foundation is everything. Start with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Don't rush this part. Build 5 to 7 mini projects, landing pages, portfolios, a to-do app. These might seem simple, but they're teaching you core concepts. Understand the DOM, event listeners, and basic animations. Learn Git basics and get comfortable with GitHub. This is your professional identity we're building. Master Flexbox and Grid for responsive layouts. And towards the end of this phase, dip your toes into React.js, hooks, components, props, and state. Take your time here. It's better to understand deeply than to move fast and get confused later. Now we're getting serious. This is where you really master React.js. Learn routing with React Router, how to handle forms and validations properly. Here's a fun challenge. Build full UI clones of apps you use every day. YouTube, Netflix, Instagram. Pick your favorites and recreate them. This teaches you so much about real-world applications. Start working with REST APIs using Axios or Fetch. Pick up Tailwind CSS or Material UI to speed up your styling. Add TypeScript basics to your skill set. It'll make you a better developer. And start exploring Next.js for server-side rendering and SEO optimization. This phase is where you transform from someone who codes to someone who builds real applications. Welcome to the advanced phase. This is where you separate yourself from the pack. Learn performance optimization techniques like lazy loading and memoization. Build responsive, animated UIs using libraries like FrameEmotion or GSAP. Implement dark and light modes, and learn about accessibility, because good developers care about all users. Start testing your code with unit and integration tests. Here's a big one. Create your own design system or component library. This shows employers you think systematically about code. Contribute to open-source front-end projects. This is huge for your resume. And start applying for internships, freelance gigs, or full-time roles. You're ready. Your portfolio is your calling card, so let's make it count. You need a personal portfolio site that showcases your skills, dark and light mode, smooth animations, maybe even a blog section. Build 3 to 4 polished front-end projects. Include a UI clone, an API integrated app, and a themed website like a portfolio, agency site, or e-commerce store. Keep your GitHub organized with clean, well-documented repos. And if you're feeling ambitious, create a design showcase inspired by Dribble or Behance. Remember, your portfolio tells a story about who you are as a developer. Make it a good one. You can't do this alone, and you shouldn't have to. Join Discord communities like Frontend Horse, Code Support, and ShadCN. These are where you'll find your people. GitHub communities like Frontend Mentor and 100 Devs projects offer amazing practice opportunities. For structured learning, check out Scrimba, Epic React, and UI Dev. And YouTube is a goldmine. Kevin Powell for CSS, Fireship for quick concepts, DevEd for projects, and WebDev Simplified for clear explanations. These communities will support you, challenge you, and celebrate your wins with you. Time to get serious about landing that job. Study common JavaScript and React interview questions, not just the answers, but understand the concepts behind them. Practice UI challenges on Frontend Mentor and Codewell. Clean up your GitHub and write proper README files. Employers will judge you on this. Build a project in public and share your progress on Twitter or LinkedIn. It shows you're serious and engaged. And learn about SEO, accessibility, and performance audits. These topics often come up in interviews and show you care about the user experience beyond just making things look pretty. Let's talk money, because that's important too. For entry-level positions, you're looking at 5 to 7 lakhs in India and 65 to 80k in the US. Mid-level developers can expect 10 to 14 lakhs in India and 100k plus in the US. And for advanced developers, especially those working remotely or specializing in design systems, we're talking 18 lakhs plus in India and 140k plus in the US. These numbers are based on current market rates, and they're only going up as demand increases. Before we wrap up, let me leave you with some wisdom I wish someone had told me when I started. Learn to code the right way, not fast, but correctly. Your projects will speak louder than any certificate ever will. Don't chase frameworks blindly. Master core JavaScript first, everything else is just tools. Remember, front-end development is where logic meets design, And the best developers own both sides of that equation. Stay consistent in your learning, stay creative in your approach, and trust the process. You've got this, and I believe in every single one of you. Now go build something amazing. That's all about how to be a front-end developer. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel to help us grow. See you in the next one. Till then, happy learning.